ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Om. Dear friends, we have to see this 31st shloka today. Earlier we saw that Mayi Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya Adhyatma Chetasa. That shloka we finished in the last class. That shloka was about the karma yogi. Karma yogi is one who does karma with that Ishwararpana Buddhi. Ishwararpana Buddhi is not seeking the fruit of that action for himself, but surrendering the fruit of action to the Samashti, to the Almighty, to the collective good of the people, collective good of the society. So that is what is Ishwararpana Buddhi. That is what is called Karma Yoga. So prior to that we have seen the attitude of a Jnani. In the earlier shloka, Prakruter Guna Sammodhas Sajjante Guna Karmasu, that is in 28th and 29th shlokas, they talked about a Jnani. A Jnani, he perceives all things from the point of view of a witness. He is a witness to what all actions go on in the body-mind complex. So that is what we saw in the 28th and 29th. And in 30th, Krishna came to the context of particular specific context of Arjuna, because in front of him this Arjuna is sitting and he has to tell him, he has to give his teaching to Arjuna, whatever is relevant to Arjuna. So he prescribed this Karma Yoga to Arjuna in this 30th shloka. He is continuing the same in the 31st shloka also. And in this 31st shloka, he is generalizing. In a sense, generalizing in the sense, he is making it applicable to all people. All people means all humanity. All the people who perform their actions with this frame of mind, they will flourish, they will succeed. And then if they do not do like this, they will get into troubles, they will invite ruin to themselves. So that sort of exhortation he is making in the next two shlokas, 31 and 32. So 31 I will read. Ye me matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto nasuyanto muchyante tepi karmabhihi. So I repeat. Ye me matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto nasuyanto muchyante tepi karmabhihi. So the general meaning, we are following this system of understanding the shloka bit by bit, every word of it, and then even the grammar and whatnot. So that is why we will first break this shloka. Before that, I will give the overall meaning of this shloka. The overall meaning, as I said, is in the earlier shloka, Lord Krishna prescribed Karma Yoga to Arjuna. And in this shloka, he is saying it is not only to Arjuna, but all the people can follow it. All the people can get benefit from this. All the people will be freed from the bondage of karma if they follow this. So that is what he says in this. So all the people who follow my teaching in a regular manner, all the people, all the human beings, with a sense of dedication, and without condemning it and without disparaging it or without talking ill of it, so all those people will also be freed from the bondage of karma. So that is the general meaning of the shloka. So let us see the words, how this the shloka is constructed. Ye me matam plus idam, matam idam. Then nityam plus anutishtanti, nityam anutishtanti, nityam anutishtanti manavaha. Then shraddhavantaha plus anasuyantaha, shraddhavanto nasuyanto. That that Otvam will come, shraddhavanto nasuyanto. That sandhi, because of sandhi or that euphonic combination, it becomes shraddhavanto nasuyanto. Anasuyanto is anasuyantaha, shraddhavanto is shraddhavantaha. Anasuyantaha muchyante tepi, te plus api tepi. Te and one avagraha is there. Avagraha, it is also called akara prashlesha, a hidden akara. Akara prashlesha is a hidden akara. So avagraha, tepi karma bhihi, tepi muchyante. So these are the words. Let us see the first line, and what is the verb here? Anutishtanti. Anutishtanti means those who follow. Anushtanam, we know that anushtanam. Anushtanam, those who do anushtanam, if I am doing anushtanam, anutishtami, saha anushtanam karoti, suppose I say. So he does anushtanam. Anushtanam means there is a prescribed procedure. He follows that prescribed procedure. So that is what is called anushtanam. So people generally use this word very commonly. Oh, morning, have you finished your anushtanam? Nityanushtanam. So Nityanushtanam is something, a ritual which everybody used to perform every day. So that is anushtanam. Anutishtati means anushtanam karoti is anutishtati. Same dhatu, it changes the shape. Anushtanam karoti, anutishtati. Same one and the same meaning. So ye janaha anutishtanti. So here the verb is anutishtanti. That is those who follow. Who are these? Ye anutishtanti. Ye manavaha anutishtanti. That is those who follow. Ye manavaha. Ye means those. Manavaha. Manavaha is human beings, all human beings. It is applicable to all human beings. Whatever message is told by Krishna in this Gita, it is something which is applicable to all mankind. Because this is something which is made, this teaching is because of the observation of humanity, observation of the man, of human being in general, observation of the Prakriti. What are the Prakriti? What are the gunas? What are the built-in tendencies in that Prakriti? Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas and all those things. They are there whether a person is born here in India or whether a person is born somewhere in some corner of some tribal village in some Africa. Anywhere, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, these are the gunas. The human being is same. All the human emotions like love, hatred, anger, all these things, they are the same. Hunger, sex, all these things, the human ambitions, they are all the same. Artha, Kama, Moksha, they are also the same. So, it is something which is, this teaching is based on the observation. And that is why he says, it is ye manavaha, it is in human beings in general. So that is why it is specified, it is generalized. Ye manavaha idam matam anutishtanti. Idam matam means this particular teaching. Matam does not mean religion. Matam in Telugu we use it to mean religion. Matam does not need not mean religion. Sometimes it may mean religion, but then mata comes from the dhatu manu dhatu. Manute means I think like this. Aham manye means I think like this. Saha manute, he thinks like that. Mama matam, manu dhatu plus kata pratyaya, if it comes, matam, that which has been thought, that which has been considered, that which has been thought like that, it is thought like that by me. So that means it is my opinion, my teaching. So in that sense, manute, manu dhatu plus kata is matam. So matam idam. And whose matam is that? Me matam. Kasya matam? Me matam. Ye janaha me matam anutishtanti. Katham anutishtanti? Kidrushena prakarena nityam anutishtanti. Nityam means always. That is with a lot of shraddha and without leaving it, without ignoring it. Without ignoring it, they are performing this anutishtanti manavaha. What sort of matam? What has been told by? They were told in the earlier shloka. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa. With all viveka buddhi. Adhyatma cheta is chetaha is viveka buddhi. With that viveka buddhi, with that intellect which is, with that discriminating intellect, viveka is discrimination. Viveka buddhi is that discriminating intellect. Whoever surrender all their actions to me. Me in that shloka is Mai. Mai is, we are referring to that cosmic being, that cosmic intellect. So that cosmic being we are surrendering in the sense that we are doing our actions for the welfare of the society, for the welfare of humanity. And we are not seeking the fruit of that. Suppose a person is doing yajna, and then in that yajna there is some phalam, yajna phalam, which is specified in the Mimamsa Shastra or in the Veda. But then this man is not seeking the fruit because that karma, the karma phalam will become a bondage. And then similarly, then Nitya, this Pancha Mahayajnas also, that Deva Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Atithi Yajna, etc., etc. And then many other good deeds, socially useful deeds he may be doing. All those things, he is not expecting the fruit. So that is what was told in the earlier shloka. So this is what is the matam. This is what is the opinion. This is what is the teaching of Lord Krishna. So that is why he says, Ye me matam idam matam, that means karma yoga, ye janaha anutishtanti, nityam anutishtanti. Then come to the second line. Then second line, the verb is muchyante. Muchyante means they get freed. It is karmani prayogam. Munchati is what is this active voice. Muchyate is passive voice. Muchyate, the plural is muchyante. So muchyante, that is they get freed. Get freed. Who get freed? Those who perform this thing. Ye me matam anutishtanti te muchyante. Ye me matam anutishtanti. Those who follow my teaching. Te, ye is connecting to te. Te means they. Ye means those who perform my, those who say put into practice. Say anutishtanti is put into practice. That is a better way of saying. Put into practice my teaching. Te muchyante, they get freed. Katham muchyante, from what? Kasmat muchyante. Karma bhihi muchyante. Karma bhihi is the trutiya bahuvachanam of karma. Karma is napumsakalinga. Karma bhihi, that is from all the karmas. Karma bhihi, we have to take it in, though it is in trutiya vibhakti, we can take it as from all the karma phalam. From all the karma phalas, te muchyante. And what are the other conditions which Krishna is saying? Shraddhavantaha anasuyantaha. Ye janaha shraddhavantaha anasuyantaha anutishtanti. So the shraddhavantaha anasuyantaha has to connect to anutishtanti. Ye janaha, ye manavaha nityam shraddhavantaha anasuyantaha anutishtanti. So this is nityam is one condition. That is, you should not leave it. Then shraddhavantaha. Shraddhavantaha is the plural of Shraddhavan. Shraddhavan, Shraddhavantau, Shraddhavanta, Gunavan, Gunavantau, Gunavantaha, Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha. So something like that. So Shraddhavantaha. Then Anasuyantaha. Anasuyantaha is the plural of Anasuyan. Asuyan, Asuyantau, Asuyantaha. Asuyan, that is called Shatru Pratyaya. Gachan, Shrunman, Piban. So like that, it is called Shatru Pratyaya. That is Anasuyan. What is Anasuyan? Asuya is a noun. Asuya is then a noun. Asuya means jealousy. And jealousy, normally we use it as jealousy, but in Sanskrit there is a specific meaning for that. Guneshu dosha vishkaranam asuya. So that is the specific meaning of asuya. That is, even when the other man is virtuous or righteous, you are picking some holes in him. You are trying to see some bad things. You are trying to attribute some bad things to him. That is guneshu dosha avishkaranam. Though there are lot many gunas in a person, you are only trying to find fault. You are trying to pick faults in him. So that is called asuya. So guneshu dosha avishkaranam is asuya. Asuyan means one who does asuya, one who does that. A sort of fellow who always picks holes. So that sort of fellow is asuyan. Anasuyan, na plus asuyan is anasuyan. That is one who does not do that. You see, Lord Krishna has given some teaching, and then somebody, he will try to say put all types of questions, all types of doubts he will try to frame. Doubts he may have, reasonable doubt he may have, but he will just dismiss it. Oh, this is all nonsense. So something like that, ignoring it. So that is what is called anasuyan. That is asuyan. A person who is not doing that is anasuyan. Anasuyan, anasuyantau, anasuyantaha is the plural. Shraddhavan, like shraddhavantaha, it is anasuyantaha. Shraddhavantaha, anasuyantaha, ye janaha me matam anutishtanti. Those who follow my, anusaranti. Anutishtanti is anusaranti also. That is, those who follow, those who put into practice my teaching, they also, those people also. Why this api? Because earlier he told to Arjuna only. You see, Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya nirashihi nirmama bhutva yudhyasva vigata jvaraha. That is what he directly told Arjuna. And those others also he is saying, that is, it is applicable to everybody. So tepi, they also karma bhihi muchyante. So they get freed from all the karmas. So here there is no important point to say, apart from the fact that it is a general direction to all, and there is a technical word to this general direction. It is also called phalashruti. Normally, when suppose something is prescribed, and then at the end of it, the Shruti or the speaker himself says, one who does this, he will get this, he will gain this, say, result. So one who does this, he will attain this. So that is it. Now what is it we are attaining? Karma bhihi muchyante. Vayam sarve api karma bhihi muchyante. Yadi vayam bhagavatah vachanam shrunumaha. Yadi vayam bhagavatah vachanam shrunumaha, bhagavatah matam shrunumaha, anutishtamaha, tarhi vayamapi karmabhihi muchyante. So that is the overall meaning of it. So okay. So next shloka. Next shloka is telling in the negative way. So you see, Phalashruti is, that is telling about the result. This result, telling about the result can be in two ways. That is, if you do this, you will get this. If you do not do this, you will lose this. So that is, the second is from the negative, negative tone. The first is from the positive side, the second is from the negative side. If you do not do, what will happen? So that is in the next shloka. Next shloka I will read. Ye tveta dabhyasuyanto nanu tishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudhanstan vidhi nashtan achetasaha. I repeat. Ye tveta dabhyasuyanto nanu tishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudhanstan vidhi nashtan achetasaha. So before splitting the words, I'll give the overall meaning. The overall meaning is those who find fault with this teaching, those who disregard this teaching, and then those who do not follow. So such people, they will be deluded in all their actions. Sarvajnana vimudha. They will be deluded in all types of endeavors. He will go to Saguna Upasana, he is deluded there. He wants to do Nirguna Upasana, he is deluded there. It is not as though it is a curse by Lord Krishna. He is very rationally telling. What he has told is a very, very rational way of how a person has to, what sort of attitude a person should have to karma if one wants to get freed from the karma phalam, that is samsara. So here he says, if you totally disregard, then what can I do? It is not a curse from Lord Krishna. It is only saying the real effect, what is the adverse result, what is the adverse outcome which is going to come. That is, this is the meaning, overall meaning. Let us see the words. Ye tu. Whenever this tu comes, it means that is change in, on the other hand. That is from one mood to you are coming to another type of mood. In the earlier shloka, the mood is that of people who want to follow. Here the mood is that of people who don't want to follow. Ye tu, on the other hand, those. Ye tu, etat, etvetat. Tvetat is 2 plus etat becomes tvetat. Tvetat plus abhyasuyantaha becomes tvetad abhyasuyantaha. Ye tu, etat plus abhyasuyantaha. Abhyasuyantaha we need not split because abhi plus asuyantaha, abhi is only an upasarga. Abhyasuyantaha we can say. Abhyasuyantaha. Na plus anutishtanti, na anutishtanti, me matam. Ye janaha me matam na abhyasuyantaha na anutishtanti. Then what will happen to them? Sarvajnana vimudhan stan. Sarvajnana vimudhan. The whole thing is one. Sarveshu jnaneshu vividham mudhaha. That is, in all types of jnanams, whether it is karma yoga, or whether it is jnana yoga, or whether it is dhyana yoga, or whether it is some other path, bhakti yoga, in all those paths, these people are deluded. So sarvajnana vimudhan tan. Vimudhan plus tan becomes vimudhan stan. Vimudhan stan. Vidhi means you know them. Nashtan achetasaha. Tan achetasaha nashtan iti vidhi. Tan means those people. That is in Trutiya, that is Dvitiya Bahuvachanam. Tan, tam tav tan. Trutiya Bahuvachanam. And achetasaha is also in Dvitiya Vibhakti only. Achetasaha means avivekinaha. Tan avivekinaha vidhi. That is, know them as foolish people. Know them as unintelligent people. know them as rather stupid people. So that is avivekinaha vidhi. Achetasaha is avivekinaha vidhi. So let us see the connection of these words. The first line, if you see, the verb is anutishtanti. There is a na also to that. Na anutishtanti. Those who do not follow. Na anutishtanti. Ye janaha na anutishtanti. Kim, what do they not follow? Me matam. That is my teaching. My teaching, whatever suggestion I have given, whatever analysis I have given, if they do not follow, then why is it that they do not follow? Etat me matam. That etat also can be connected to, has to be connected to me matam. Etat means this my matam, this my opinion, this my teaching. Etat me matam. Me is my. Matam is teaching. Etat means this. Etat me matam. This my opinion or this my teaching, those who do not follow. Why? Abhyasuyantaha. Abhi plus asuyantaha. Abhi means all around. Asuyantaha. Asuyan. Asuyan means finding fault with, talking ill of. Guneshu dosha vishkaranam asuya. I told you. That is talking ill of. Abhyasuyantaha. That is always, everywhere they are trying to pick holes. Whatever I say, they want to dissect and then they want to do some sort of deconstruction. So that sort of deconstruction, whoever they are doing, so abhyasuyantaha na anutishtanti me matam. Those people, then what he is saying? What is he saying? Tan vidhi achetasaha. Tan janan. Those people is in the dvitiya vibhakti. You know them in that sense. You know them as nashtan. Nashtan means the fellows who are totally ruined. Nashi. Nashi means nashi plus kuta. Nashta. That is nashta. That is somebody who is gone. We say in a normal sense, we say it is a gone case. He is just a ruined fellow. So that sort of that is the meaning. Vidhi means you know. Tan janan. Tan achetasaha. Tan avivekinaha vidhi. न केवलम अविवेकिनः अपितु नष्टान् विद्धि. तान् नष्टान् विद्धि, तान् अविवेकिनः विद्धि. You know them as say ruined people. You know them as foolish people. तान् सर्वज्ञान विमूढान् अपि. You also know them as सर्वज्ञान विमूढाः. सर्वज्ञान विमूढाः is sarva is always all. Jnana knowledge. Vimudhaha. V plus mudhaha. Vividham mudhaha. Mudha means a deluded people. Mudha comes from the word moha. Moha, that is moha. You know the word moha. Moha is delusion. Moha plus kta becomes mudha. Moha plus kta becomes mudha. That is one who is deluded. Moha is delusion. Mudha is deluded. V plus mudha. Vimudha means vividham mudhaha. Vividham deluded. So, deluded in so many ways. Vividham is in so many ways. Vividham mudhaha in so many ways. And what are those ways? Sarveshu jnaneshu vimudhaha. So sarveshu jnaneshu, what are those jnanams? So here the commentators say that whether he is following some saguna jnanam, or whether he is following some other bhakti path, or whether he is following some nirguna path, in all those paths, because right from the beginning your foundation is not good. That is the point. Karma yoga is something like the foundation. So if the foundation is not good, all other assumptions will be wrong. The basic assumption, the basic step, the first step should be good, in the right direction. So if the first step is totally in the wrong direction, then the whole thing is gone. So it is like that. So sarvajnana vimudha, karma yoga is like the first step. So tan janan, tan manavan, sarvajnana vimudhan vidhi. That is, you know them as totally deluded people. Then not only that, nashtan vidhi. You know them as ruined people. Not only that, you know them as avivekinaha. Avivekinaha iti vidhi. Tan avivekinaha vidhi. Tan nashtan vidhi. Tan sarvajnana vimudhan vidhi. Vidhi means to you know. That is, vidhi is lot. Vidhatu, imperative. So this is the 32nd shloka. We will continue next.